स्वं बोधमात्रं परिशुद्धतत्त्वं विज्ञाय सङ्घे नृपवच्च सैन्ये तदात्मनैवात्मनि सर्वदा स्थितो विलापय ब्रह्मणि विश्वजातम्।
अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव
अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल
अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल। ओम नमः परमऋषिभ्यो नमः परमऋषिभ्यः। हरिः ओम। उपासकानां यदुपासनीयम् उपात्तवासं वटशाखिमूले तद्धाम दाक्षिण्यजुषा स्वमूर्त्यां जागर्तु चित्ते मम बोधरूपम् अद्राक्षमक्षीणदयानिधानम् आचार्यमाद्यं वटमूलभागे मौनेन मन्दस्मितभूषितेन महर्षिलोकस्य तमोनुदन्तं विद्राविताशेषतमो गणेन मुद्राविशेषेण मुहुर्मुनीनां निरस्य मायां दयया विधत्ते देवो महान् तत्त्वमसीति बोधम् ममाद्यदेवो वटमूलवासी कृपाविशेषात् कृतसन्निधानः ओङ्काररूपाम् उपदिश्य विद्याम् आविद्यगध्वान्तमपाकरोतु श्रुत्यर्थगोचरं वन्दे वाच्यार्थानामगोचरं लक्ष्यार्थवपुषं वन्दे शङ्करं देशिकं गुरुम् अपारसच्चित्सुखवारिराशेः यस्योर्मिमात्रं भुवनं समस्तं गुहाहितं तं रमणं गभीरं चिन्ताविहीनं हृदि चिन्तयामि देहं मृण्मयवज्जडात्मकमहं बुद्धिर्न तस्यास्त्यतो नाहं तत्तदभावसुप्तिसमये सिद्धात्मसद्भावतः कोऽहं भावयुतः कुतो वरधिया दृष्ट्वात्मनिष्ठात्मनां सोऽहं स्फूर्तितया अरुणाचलशिवः पूर्णो विभाति स्वयं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्नाम् अन्यांश हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं हितमिदमुपदेशमाद्रियन्तां विहितनिरस्तसमस्तचित्तदोषाः भवसुखनिर्विरताः प्रशान्तचित्ताः श्रुतिरसिकां यतयो मुमुक्षवो ये संसाराध्वनितापभानुकिरणप्रोद्भूतदाहव्यथाखिन्नानां जलकांक्षया मरुभुवि भ्रान्त्या परिभ्राम्यताम् अत्यासन्नसुधाम्बुधिं सुखकरं ब्रह्माद्वयं दर्शयति एषा शङ्करभारती विजयते निर्वाणसन्दायिनी। Darshayanti. This is the verse just chanted now, is the last verse in Vivekachudamani, which describes what is Vivekachudamani. Samsaradhvani Tapabhanu Kirana Prodbhuta Dahavyatha Khinnanam. It's a very long sentence. Very beautiful poetry. This work is filled with so much beautiful poetry. It's like, it is Samadhi Bhasha, almost like Bhagavatam. We can see here Shankaracharya as one of the greatest poet also, as a great Kavi. So, Adhva means path. In the path of samsara, means doing, getting, fighting, competing, in search of pleasure, in search of protection, in search of power. Thus, wandering in this samsara, one naturally gets burnt by the fire of ignorance. Tapabhanu kirana prodbhuta. One gets burnt, and the burning is not felt in the body, it is felt in the mind due to ignorance. And so much thirst arises within. We do not know for what. The thirst is there. Dahavyatha khinnanam. And you want water. When you are thirsty, you want water. And where are you searching? You are searching in the mirage. No, even though those who are wise, they tell you there is no water there, you run. Then you look back, water is there where you started. So you run back. Jalakamkshaya marubhuvi. In the desert, bhrantya, due to delusion. Paribhramyatam, wandering. All life running. One Tamil poet says, odi. And what you are searching is already waiting inside you. That is the saddest thing. Ulkalanda jyotiyai nadi. And days are all going away. So like that, paribhramyatam atyasanna sudhambutim. Very near, very intimate. There is the nectarine ocean of bliss waiting for you, inside you. But ignoring that is running outside. And at last suffering, searching for this suffering, miserable, and praying to God, Ishvara. And then Ishvara comes as an Acharya. Here, Shankaracharya's this work, perhaps this verse is written by, just like in many Bhagavan's work, the colophon, the last verse is written by Muruganar. Like that, perhaps some Padmapada or Sureshwara or someone might have written. Atyasanna sudhambutim. That nectarine bliss is being revealed to you by, what is that nectarine bliss? Brahma Advayam. The Brahman means what? The greatest fulfillment. You can call Brahman, you can call God, you can call Atma, you can call Nirvana. And what you are searching, that greatest fulfillment is being revealed to you as inseparable from your real nature. Brahmadvayam darshayanti, revealing, showing to you what? Esha, this. This is in a Strilinga. Because very beautiful poetry, Vivekachudamani is not masculine. This is It's a female, it's like Divine Mother. Esha Shankara Bharati. Bharati means language. It means Saraswati, Bharati. It all means knowledge, the teaching. So, Esha, this is Shankara Bharati. This is the Bharati of Shankara. Shankaracharya's Bharati also Sham Karoti, one who gives you Sham. Sham means happiness, fulfillment. That fulfillment is bestowed by this Bharati. So, if you listen to this Bharati, meditate on this Bharati, then you will have Sham. Sham means happiness. Sham Karoti iti Shankara. Shiva is, one name of Shiva is Shankara. And the meaning for that is one who bestows the highest happiness. Shankara, that name comes in Veda. That name directly comes in Sri Rudram. Shankarayacha, Mayaskarayacha. So Shankara Bharati Vijayate. It wins. It becomes victorious. It attains great glory. How? Nirvana Sandayini. By showing the path of Nirvana. By revealing Nirvana, this Shankara Bharati Vijayate. So this is the last verse of Vivekachudamani. So if someone asks you whether you heard Vivekachudamani, you can say till the last. The first we have already finished, till the last we have heard. So, Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmiham. That Govinda Bhagavat Pada, who revealed this Vedanta Jnana even to Shankaracharya, he is being worshipped in the beginning. And then Shankaracharya said that human birth is very rare. Having got the human birth and chance to be spiritual, if you waste your life, you are committing spiritual suicide. So all this warning was given. Then then the teaching started. So one should be very enthusiastic in the spiritual life. With great energy, one should strive for liberation. Ataha vimuktei prayateta vidwan. If possible, Shankaracharya says, if possible, renounce every other pursuit and search the truth. The Upanishad says, you want to attain it? Don't try to attain it by 10-minute meditation. If you really want it, tamevaikam janatha atmanam. Listen to the Atman, meditate on the self, contemplate, meditate on the self, and leave aside all other pursuits, then it is very easy. Tamevaikam janatha atmanam, and the Upanishad adds, anyavacho vimunjatha. All other pursuits leave. Amrtasya isha seduhu. This is the bridge. Setu means bridge to Amrita, to immortality. For those who are qualified to do that, they are really blessed. Otherwise, even this is not in our hand. We will decide, I want only this, but our desires are there, our fascinations are there. All these things will not allow that easy. The Upanishad says, one sage says, thousands and thousands of iron chains have bound me. They were keeping me down, pulling me down. And I broke loose of all those iron chains and flew in the sky like a Shena. Shena means like a eagle, like a Garuda. Like a eagle, I just opened my wings of Viveka and Vairagya, breaking all these chains. I just flew. Vamadeva says. So, this is like that. So, if a person dares to do that, he is a dhira. Ato vimukte prayateta vidwan sanyasta bahyartha sukasprha san and santam mahantam samupetya, approaching a teacher. Here Shankaracharya says, Brahmatmana samsthitihi, abiding as Brahman, kalpita sakala vidha upadi sambandha vidhura nitya shuddha buddha mukta pratyek abhinna paripurna swarupena avasthanam kaivalyameva muktihi. Tannai upadhi vittu orvatu, as Bhagavan says, removing all the identifications, conditionings, and abiding as very beautiful sentence. This is very often repeated by Shankaracharya, where he says, Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhavam Brahma. Whenever I tell this, I remember one great scholar, great Mahatma, very profound Vedanta Jnani. His name was Balakrishnan. In Kerala, he is very well known. One day, when I went there, his disciples, whenever I go there, they used to come and take me there. So he was at that time very old. One day I very much remember, he just almost hugged me, catching both the shoulders. He told only one thing. He said, Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhavam Brahma. So that is, it's like mantra, it is there. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhavam. He will not talk anything else. Constantly he will be talking this Atma Vidya only. So I remember, whenever I tell this, he will enjoy speaking this Advaita Vidya, Brahma Vidya. So, Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhavam. Nitya means eternal. Buddha means awakened. Shuddha means immaculate, absolutely pure. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta, ever free. That is the nature of Brahman. So that Brahman is revealed. There the person should, it is always shining forth within you. Then what are you waiting for? Adayeva svanubhava ityuktam viparita bhavana nivartaka nididhyasana bhave shravana mananabhyam jayamana anubhavaha saushtavam na ashnute. This is Shankaracharya's words. Shankaracharya here says, although you have done Shravana and Manana, without Nididhyasana, this jnana will not attain Saushtavam, Sushtu Bhavam. It will not become very clear, the Anubhava will not stay. What is that Nididhyasana? Nididhyasana is holding to that state within you without any distraction. Distractions will come, not allowing yourself to get distracted, staying. Yesterday Ganeshana also told, I also told about that day before, that bringing that deep sleep into the waking state, where you have the experience of bodilessness, mindlessness, egolessness, no world, prapancha upashamam, shantam. How to do prapancha upashamam? The Upanishad says, Ekatma pratyaya saram. By holding to the Ekatma pratyaya, by constantly holding to that non-dual awareness, the prapancha upashamam. Prapancha should be removed from awareness. Manasaha drishyamarjanam sampannam chetu tadutpanna para nirvana nirvrtihi. The drishya is removed. Then the drik shines forth as the infinite. Antamilla kad. So that is nididhyasanam. Without nididhyasanam, this shravana jnanam will not stay. That is the problem. Shravana you do, mananam also sometimes with the mind and intellect, but not holding that state inside. So that till that a person does, it will not work. And for nididhyasana, by doing nididhyasana, you have to again and again lift yourself to that bhuma. You get a glimpse of that infinite which is your real nature. You get a glimpse of knowledge that you are not this limited entity. So again and again you uddhared atmana atmanam, because samsara you are not trying to solve the problem one by one. You just dissolve the problem in that samadhi where that atma alone exists. So for this, let him strive. And the 10th verse, adum paathom illaya, sanyasya sarva karmani, giving up all actions. All actions means what? All distractions. Actions are distractions only. From the spiritual point of view, actions are actions in the sense actions with desire, action with ego, action with ambition is a distraction. Hence Shankaracharya says jnana karmanor virodha parvatavada akampyaha. He says this acting in the world, fighting with, living in the conflict. Some people come and say, see, we have to tell lie, we have to fight, we should enter into conflict in the company. How can we be spiritual? What answer can we give? That is why they say vihita nirasta samasta chitta doshaha. See, when you want to be spiritual, you should be completely sincere for that. As long as you want to hold on to darkness and light, it is not possible. Okay, you are there, then you hold on to dharma. That is better. First step, okay, hold on to dharma as far as possible. Never compromise. Swami Vivekananda in one place said, let a few souls live for God and for God alone. Have no compromise. Then true spirituality is born. No compromise. As long as you want to compromise also, it is not possible. Weakness will be there, but not compromise. Weakness is acceptable. That is okay. That you can slowly strive, purify. Ishvara's kripa will, grace will come. Lift you from that, but not compromise. So, compromise is not possible. As long as you have to fight in the world, you have to live in the world, go there. Do that. Nothing wrong. That is now your prarabdha, do that. Even Gita, that doubt will come. Arjuna, Krishna is giving this Brahmopadesha and he says, Karmanyeva adhikaraste. You have adhikara right now for action. You know what Shankaracharya does? He does in the commentary, na jnane. He tells, now you listen to jnanam, but now you are not qualified for that. That is Shankaracharya's commentary there. Now you are not qualified for that, because how will you kill? You have to fight, you have to do this, all these things. But later on, the jnanam asserted itself. The story also you can see that. So that is a different thing. So we cannot judge this Vedanta with stories. If you bring in some story, I cannot answer. So that is Arjuna's prarabdham. What can we do? So, but here, sanyasya sarva karmani means giving up all distractions. If it is not possible, okay, doesn't matter. Now you have the bhagyam, the punyam to listen. That jnanam will work. It is like, one master told, see, those who are in the samsara, they are also listening to this Vedanta jnanam. How will it be useful? He said, what is this Vedanta jnanam? It is like a bird dropping the banyan tree seed in a house. The bird drops a banyan tree seed in a big mansion, and if it is not disturbed, it will root out the house, dismantle the big castle. So this jnanam is like that. Its nature is like that. So sannyasa need not be taken. Intelligence brings in its own renunciation along with it. Not the renunciation that we imagine. True, original, intelligent, wise renunciation it will bring in. So that is what is meant by sannyasa here. All negative things fall off slowly. Shanaihi uparamet. Gita Krishna also says, slowly renounce. Uparamet here also means renounce, withdraw. So, sanyasya sarva karmani bhavabandha vimuktaye, to rescue yourself. In Ramayana, Rama's brother Bharata says, I am thinking about you, left the whole kingdom and you have come to forest, and he was crying. Rama says, why do you cry for me? My dear child, you cry for yourself. Very beautiful scene. Rama calls him child. Rama makes him sit him in his lap. He is only 1 day younger to Rama. He is only 1 day younger, and he looks at his brother more than his father. Yome bhrata pita bandhu yasya dasosmi sammataha tasya me shigramakyahi ramasya aklishta karmanaha. The whole heart opens when you listen to this. When he comes back to Ayodhya, he asks, because his mother has sent Rama to forest. So he is asking his mother. You can imagine what Kaikeyi will be in the shock, because he is asking, where is he who is my brother, who is my father, who is my only relative, who is my guru? Because now Dasharatha is not there. So I will enter into Ramayana, no. So this is Guru Shishya Bandha, no? That Guru Bhava. When he rushes, when he goes to forest in search of Rama, and he looks at the first vision of Rama there, sitting like Dakshinamurti, with his right leg kept on the left thigh, like Dakshinamurti was sitting. And Valmiki says, he didn't say that he saw his bhrata. He says, Dadarsha Bharato Guru. Bharata saw his guru. So that is the bhava. So that way there, he also treats him like that. Keeps him in his lap and says, my dear child, don't cry for me, cry for yourself. Atmanam anushochattvam gimanyam anushochasi. All this empire, treasury, money, relation, everything will go. All these things comes, they all will go. So hold on to that, what is really truth. Strive for that absolute freedom. Bhavabandha vimuktaye yatyatam. Strive. If you are wise pandita, you have got at least good knowledge of this scripture. Don't waste your time in non-essentials. This is very necessary upadesha, because people even renounce everything and come to Tiruvannamalai or go to Rishikesh, then also engaging in all kind of activities. And then say, at least if you are happy, okay. Then say, we are not happy, why? So here says, don't waste your life, be a Dhira. Dhira here means wise one, brave one, wise one. Atmabhyasa upasthitaihi. Your only work is Atmabhyasa. Atma Vichara, Atma Tattva Anusandhana. That is your duty. So do that. So saying this, so all the actions, actions, Karma Yoga is Bhagavad-aradhana, by which your mind becomes pure. Chittasya Shuddhaye Karma. But through that you will not attain Jnanam. You will not attain. Kunju Swami used to say, Bhagavan Ramana accepted his disciples as they are. So if your nature is to physically serve, he will not say no. You do that because that is natural to you. So one devotee was every day serving Bhagavan, cleaning that room, removing Bhagavan's bed in the morning, changing the bed sheets, all these things. So Kunju Swami also one day felt, I should also do the service. So he started doing. And Bhagavan coming inside saw that he is busy serving. Enna pandra boy? He asked, what are you doing? Illa Bhagavanukku edo guru seva pannanum enakku aasha vandhathu. Atma seva pannanum boy. He said, you have to do Atma seva. Serve your real self that is within you. Guru seva pandra. Guru seva. Cheshta. He said cheshta. He said cheshta in a translation. Mischief. All this mischief, he said. So that what you have come for, that you do. That is it. Things that he has to do, that Bhagavan accepted. So the essence is the real thing, that a mumukshu is also a sannyasi, a renunciate. So only thing to do is Atma Vichara. Bhagavan did not allow Kunju Swami even to learn Shastras beyond a limit, because he knew the Shastras, what are needed, he knew very well. So he wanted to learn from Kovilur Madam, go there and study the scriptures in Tamil, everything. Bhagavan said, all the scriptures you can learn by knowing your real self. Everything you will get here, that is enough. So there, in his case, Bhagavan said, that is enough. So, Chittasya Shuddhaye Karma. All these actions, karma is to Chitta Shuddhi. Natu Vastu. Vastu Siddhi will come through Vichara only. Atma Vichara only. Vastu Siddhir Vicharena na kinchit karma koti bihi. About one Karnataka devotee, Siddharama, used to build temples after temples and do Kumbhabhishekam. So many temples, thousands of temples he had sankalpa. So he was going on doing. Of course, perhaps he was doing it with real bhakti. So it had its fruit that a great jnani came to him. His name is Allama Prabhu. As a Shaiva, Veerashaiva Guru, Jnani. So he came there and he said, where is that mason? He asked, because all these disciples of that Siddharama, they had so much bhakti for him, because so much service, so many temples, Kumbhabhishekam he has done. And this sadhu is coming here and asking, not Swami, he is asking, where is that mason? Oddarama. Where is that Oddarama? Then the story goes that that Siddharama comes and then Allama Prabhu gives him the teaching and said, don't waste your life in all these things. You have done enough. It's all over. Now do vichara, do atma vichara. So na kinchit karma koti bhihi, crores and crores of actions, millions of actions will not give you that jnanam. Then how will jnanam come? Next verse, 12th verse. Samyak vicharata siddha rajjutatvavadharana bhrantyodita mahasarpa भवदुःख विनाशिनी. Our friend has come, snake and rope, without no Vedanta. So Rajju Sarpa. So we can very easily just say the meaning and go forward. Samyak vichara. Samyak vichara means, as we said, Samyak darshanam. Like that here Shankaracharya says Samyak vichara, perfect vichara, clear vichara. When you see a serpent in a rope, it is mere misapprehension, illusion. And you cannot drive away that serpent. You cannot chant mantram and remove it. You cannot kill that serpent because it does not exist. This example is okay, very clear, right? Vedanta, Shankaracharya, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi all says that our so-called problem and the problem creating mind and the body which we have made such a big bhutam is all that rajju, that rope. You can say that, but I am seeing the rope. That snake. That snake. That snake is the problem. So the moment you cannot fight that snake, it is impossible. You will waste your time, you will become exhausted because you are fighting with a non-existing thing. But to recognize that, also the kripa of the rope is needed. That is the problem. So going on doing this. So that is, Bhagavan very easily says, Gospel of Ramana Maharshi, when we read, it's a very, very, I will say, very clear Vedanta, but some kind of, the highest truth sometimes sounds mystical. Because certain places, for me, in my younger days, I was 13, 14, from that onwards, this striving with spiritual life has started. So I have read all the Ramakrishna literature, everything, and the sadhana, the tapas that is needed. That is one side of the story. And controlling the mind. But when you open the Gospel of Ramana Maharshi, some devotee is asking Bhagavan how to control the mind. Naturally, we will expect a elaborate answer. How to control the mind. Bhagavan says, if you know the self, you will find that there is no mind to control. The answer looks, if you factually, with worldly knowledge you analyze, the answer will look absurd. But when you read it with your heart, you know that it is the truth. And the joy also arises. See how simple is the thing. That is why I say it is mystical. Because logically, rationally, doesn't sound all right. But intuitively, you feel the bliss of it. Because that is, ultimate reason will tell you it is the truth. But that amount of reasoning power also is not there with us. So the pure reasoning, Shrutya Anugrihita Tarka, that will give you that. But in the beginning, when you read this, what kind of answer is this? See, many answers of Bhagavan are like that. One place, that question which we were discussing, Bhagavan, should we not renounce everything? One question. What answer Bhagavan gives? Bhagavan says, if you know the self has renounced everything already. If you can know that, that is it. Sometimes, after when our sannyasa happened, you can even see in that video, Swamiji, Advaendra Saraswati Swami, they are all very great scholars in Shankara Bhashyam and all the stalwarts there. So in the very beginning he said, I felt, naturally they will not speak like that, but I felt the same, our own heart is coming there. He was saying, of course first he said, sannyasa is not something which we can give. Is it some, in his own Kannada Tamil, he said, Ganpati Bommaya? Is it some doll of Ganapati or some mobile that we can give it, we can receive it? No. Sannyasa is our Swarupa. He said, sannyasa is our Swarupa. So this is it. So the real sannyasa, Paramahamsa, Dharma, everything is Swarupa. And Bhagavan in Bhagavata says, amongst all the ashramas, I am the sannyasa ashrama, Turiya ashrama. So what is it? It is Atma. It is Swaswarupa. It is called Turiyam. So, anyway, so this Rajju Sarpa, this example, Buddha also uses this rope and snake. Many places he uses that. So, like that, when you bring in light, you see there is no serpent in the rope. Like that, when you inquire into the I, because all the problems, samsara, dukkha, everything for whom? It's all for me. I am suffering. My action, my life, my problem. Who is this me? God. Recently, we had a discussion where this yoga nidra, they teach, lie straight, then think that your feet, your fingers in the feet, under the feet, above the feet, then the ankles, then the shin, then what? The thigh, the hip, the chest. Then they even say the inner limbs. That also you imagine like that. Then I felt very beautifully we were discussing, said, all this still, you can sit and imagine also all these things, one by one, and at last try to imagine the eye. Then you find it is not there. All other limbs are there. Then you see, what is this eye thought. Then you find, see, this yoga nidra can really lead you to yoga. And above nidra, beyond nidra. If you at last land, I am sure somebody will take this. Somebody will take this. So, Rajju Tattva Avadharana, seeing the snake in the rope, Bhrantyodita Mahasarpa Bhavadukka Vinashini. This Mahasarpa seen in the rope, it is due to Bhranti, delusion. Because of that delusion, fear, sorrow, all these are removed. Vinashini. What? That jnanam. When you bring in light, when you see the ego is not real, then the whole sorrow for the unborn person also goes with that. When you see that the very I is unreal, you have to experientially see, not as a statement. When you see that the I thought is unreal, it is illusory, then where is samsara? That is why Shankaracharya said, Jnate tatve kaha samsara. That jiva bhava itself is unreal, then all dukkha vinashini. Brantya jatam yad bhava dukkham janma marana prayojya dukkham tad vinashini. Samyak vichara prayojya tatvavadharana atmayathatmya avadhritihi brahma sakshatkaraha iti sarvamshe prakrutopayogyam drishtantaha. So, this is the essence. Now we will continue. Arthasya nishayo drishtaha vicharena hitoktitaha na snanena na danena pranayama shatena va अज्ञान दोष वशात स्वयं भ्रांतस्य पुरुषस्य आप्तोक्ति रूप अवलंबना भावे भय कंपादि अनर्थम अनुभवतः स्वतः विचारे प्रवृत्तेः दुर्लभत्वात् विचारे हितोक्तिः हेतुकृत hitoktir hetu krita. What is this? Hitokti is the cause. Hitokti. The guru is hita. Is called hita. One who thinks about your well-being. Not what you like. He is concerned about your goodness, your wellness. When you come under the shelter of such a master, then his words work as great medicine for this samsara tapa. So here, ajnana dosha vashat swayam bhrantah. Because of ajnana, avidya, bhrantah, deluded. Such a person need aptokti, words of a acharya who has attained that jnana. He is called, one who has attained is called apta. He has attained it, that jnanam. So from him you have to get, see, when you see the serpent and bhaya kampana, that fear is there and the body is shivering, and someone comes and tells you there is no snake there, it is only a rope, and Sureshwaracharya Vartikakara says he even takes the rope and puts in its neck to tell you it does not exist. Why are you afraid? So till you get that, this kind of signs of ignorance will continue. Symptoms of avidya, ignorance will continue. Because of this wrong fundamental error knowledge, one accepts that the jiva bhava is real, then the whole samsara is sitting on my head. And I am suffering. I have all this dukkha. This is Patanjali also in Yoga Sutra says avidya. Then what is the result of avidya? Asmita. From avidya comes asmita. I thought. Because of not inquiring, you accept this I thought. Then raga dvesha, attachment and aversion. Then great craving, attachment to life, abhinivesha. This Patanjali calls as klesha. Bhagavata very beautifully says, when you have this jnanam, sanklesha nirvanam ushanti nanyatha. This klesha nirvanam, sanklesha nirvanam, the klesha gets blown out. Because the avidya is the root, it is the source. Avichara krito bandhaha vicharena viliyate. Because of not doing vichara, this bondage is ruling you. This misery is ruling you. So, hitatvam yathartha vaktrutvam. The teacher is hita. He is concerned about your well-being. So, he is telling you yathartham, truth. Yathartha vaktrutvam. So, then what happens? That bhaya kampanadi goes. Bhaya means fear, kampana, shivering, all the problem due to believing in the unreal goes with the knowledge of the real. Instead of that, for removing the snake, you take 3 times bath. Snana. And then some Purohita says, make a snake in gold and give me. You will get punyam. Make a silver snake and give as dhanam. By that, this will not go. Then they say, no, this snake will be there for 19 years. Because what? Everybody knows. See, Saturn, Shani Dasha. After the Shani Dasha, snake will disappear. Then Rahu Dasha, it's a snake, or some Dasha. So, no. If you have decided to suffer, you can believe in all these things. That is another plane, that is another realm. If you want to be, we are not time-oriented freedom, we are not after. Sadhyo muktihi. All these things, slowly I will finish and then attain freedom. This time is a trap. Who knows? Perhaps very soon I might die. Not 19 years or anything. Then what happens? So, now I want it. Here. How will I get it? By jnanam. Jnanam alone can reveal to you that you are free here now. Not after purifying the body, not after changing the mind, not after refining the senses. No. If you are ready, if they are not disturbing you, you are able to turn your attention directly towards yourself. Instantaneous freedom. That is possible. So, how will that come? By jnanam. And for giving jnanam, you need a guru. And that guru is given a very beautiful name, Hita. He gives you hitopadesha, and he is also a hita, parama hitakari. Parama karunikena acharyena. Many places Shankaracharya says. Parama karunika. Compassionate. And he is giving you this jnanam, and you have to get that jnanam by vicharam. Arthasya nishayaha drishtaha vicharena. You get conviction by inquiry, by contemplating on that knowledge. Na snanena, na danena. All that are the snana, dana are not condemned. They all have helped you to reach this state. Now don't look back. Now don't walk behind. You have crossed all that absurdities and have come here. Now don't go back. See, walking back is death. If you have come to spiritual life, don't say, see, why, all those things are wrong. Nothing is wrong. Everything is right in its place. Recently, one astrologer came here. He said, I've studied now Vedanta. I don't feel like doing astrology. That is his jivanam. That is his livelihood. I told him it is a good science. When people come to an astrologer, they come with great faith. Like they go to a doctor. So there you can turn their mind towards God. Whatever may be the chart telling, turn their faith towards God. Let them chant Bhagavan Nama. Let them have Bhagavad Bhakti. What an astrologer can do is great service in that way. The great Mahatmas, they used to say, no negative things we will say. Anantarama Dikshitara epom solluvar. Nothing. Even if I see something in the chart, I will not tell with my mouth. I will only say, chant this Nama, do this Japa, do Bhakti. Everything will be alright. Because what it can do can never be done by anything else. If you start arguing about facts, the body is a fact, the mind is a fact, your suffering is a fact. But we are not, in Vedanta Shastra, we are not here to confirm that. We are here to deny that. When Akhandananda Swami first met his Guru, Udiya Baba, Purnananda Tirtha Swami, he was talking Bhagavatam, and in between that Purnananda Tirtha Swami came and just sat there silently listening to him. He has heard about him. He was called as a walking Shiva in Vrindavan. So then, first conversation they had is about these things somewhere. So when he asked about whether this Punarjanma, Purvajanma is real, all the Shastraic things like Karma, Anushtana is real, these are all there, no? Without that, how? Everything else become meaningless. Then you know what Udiya Baba told him? See, Panditji, you are here to get convinced in Vedanta. You are not here to either deny or accept all those things. Your intellect is here to get convinced about Atma. So use your intellect to deny everything else. Otherwise you will get caught. You will get caught. Because your energy is faith, is Shraddha. Wherever it goes, it will get trapped there. Limited there. So turn the Shraddha towards the infinite, towards Brahma, towards Atma. Vacho Viglapanam Hitate. The Upanishad says, Panchadashi also, Vidyaranya Swami has taken that verse, says, Tameva Vijnaya Prakyam Kurvita Brahmana Nanudhyayed Bahun Shabdan Vacho Viglapanam Hitate. By knowing that, Prajnam Kurvita, put your whole attention on that, Nanudhyayed Bahun Shabdan. Do not unnecessarily think about other things. It will pollute your mind, pollute your words, pollute your attention. So this is it. So, Arthasya Nishayo Drishtaha. The conviction comes from knowing the essence, the implied meaning of the Vedanta Vakyas, Shruti Vakya, Guru Vakya, Hita Vakya. Vicharena Hidoktidaha. Na snanena, na danena, pranayama shaterava. Hundreds of pranayama you do, nothing will happen. Then is it all wrong? No, it is all right in their own plane. Don't think we are here denying or not giving authenticity to anything. It's all right there. But when you come to Vichara, they have their own results. But their result is not jnanam. It is not possible. Because here the wrong knowledge has to be removed. That can be done only by vichara. This is Shankaracharya, this is Vedanta, this is Bhagavan. So, this is the shloka, 13th shloka. Arthasya nishayo drishtaha vicharena hitoktitaha na snanena na danena pranayama shatena va. So, snana is good, one should take bath. Don't say, today's Vivekachudamani, Swami has told, no snanam. Tomorrow onwards, only you will be there, I will not be there. Because no snanam. So that is not all right. So snanam, sandhya, everything is beautiful. But when we speak about jnanam, don't think that by taking snanam you will attain jnanam. That is all. Then danam, giving, charity, that is also one form of sannyasa. Not hoarding anything, giving. Deyam dina janaya chavittam. As Shankaracharya himself says, whatever wealth you have, give it to the deserving. That is bhakti. So don't mix up both this. When it is said in Vivekachudamani, by dhanam you will not attain jnanam. Dhanam is for you purifying your heart. It will purify, that is also important. So, pranayama. Don't think today Swami said pranayama is... No, don't interpret it like that. Pranayama has its own place in the other beginning. You have to help in some places. Shankaracharya, Aparokshanubhuti, I think. He says Jnana Vichara is there. Add a little bit of yoga, little bit of all other things, it will be complete, he says. So that is all yukti. So addition. So, but it is not directly causal to jnanam. It is not criticizing all those things. It is not direct cause for jnanam. That is all. So, we should not think that without jnanam, by doing this I will attain. So, whatever you may be doing otherwise, you know that vichara is the way for jnanam. Other than vichara, is there anything? One thing is there. Even without vichara you can attain, that is by mere shravanam, by listening. Because if the person is so ripe, he need not even contemplate. The moment he listens, he gets established. But that kind of mature seekers are very rare. Hence we say, listen, then contemplate, then meditate, then hold on to it within you and remove all distractions. Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitarthaha Sannyasa Yogat. See, Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchaya, Shravana Manana Nidhi Dhyasana, one gets deeply convinced about the Vedanta Tattva. And Sannyasa Yoga. Sannyasa Yoga is giving up all distractions. The mind is no more scattered. Giving up all distractions is Sannyasa Yoga. Then the person attains that Atma Jnanam, establishment, Atmanishtha. So that is it. What is given here, we will continue tomorrow. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.